Okay, I'm Dave. I'm from Dave's World, TV talk show, music show. Um, we do a lot of TV shows with me and Arthur together as my executive producer, and editor, and we enjoy working through CCTV.
Yeah, my name is Kerry Peck, and Arthur we were talking about the stuff that I like to do, and I think he kind of saw the direction that I was going in, and we came here, took the classes, and then started doing our own stuff. And the first big thing I did was we went to the 45th annual Great Oregon Steam Up, and we just recorded a bunch of video and then put it all together, and then I figured out that the Tractor Club has Saturday classes, and I was like, maybe I can go and record those. And I just decided, so I got the camera gear and we went, and I just set it up, and nobody said anything like, hey, you can't record. So, I put a couple of those together, and I haven't been out there lately, but looking forward to get out there soon again.
Hey, my name's Arthur, and I'm a care provider. I work for Partnerships and Community Living. And what I do is I try to find things in the community that these guys like to do. And I worked hard to try to figure out what Kerry liked to do and give him as much opportunities to do that. And in the process of doing that, Kerry kind of rocked my world and got me involved in this stuff. And I really love it. I get to work with great people like Arland and the other great people at CCTV, and we produce and edit shows for Community Access TV. Yeah, for sure. And when I'm thinking of those things, I try to align that with the people that I support, so that they can be included. But one of the really neat things that came out of this is these guys are actually helping other people in the community and getting them interested in things. Like it kind of grows exponentially. So I was working with Kerry, and Dave found out about it, and he was like, I want to do that too. And then I work with Dave, and while I'm working with Dave on different projects, the people that we're helping, like bands and Bernie Sanders and stuff like that, they turn around and say, hey, wait a minute, I know somebody else that would like to do this too. And so I'm not only helping these guys, I'm helping other people in the community. And Dave's actually grown so much in this process that he's actually mentoring people in the community and teaching them how to use the camera correctly and on our shows. It's really cool.
Yeah, sometimes it can be kind of hard but all the volunteers here that are, full-time are really great, because if you have a question, they'll come and help you. And if they don't know the answer, they'll find someone that knows the answer, and then, but an ounce of patience goes a long ways, and you have to stick with it, and if you stick with it, you'll eventually figure out everything. Sometimes I know I've run into some problems with, because at home I use Windows, but here we're all using Apple, and so, yeah. But all the people are really nice, and it's flexible, and it can be hard sometimes but it's also exciting because you get to wear multiple hats.
Yeah, definitely.
So sometimes I have on my hosting hat, sometimes I got on the cameraman hat, and then other times I got on the editing and producing hat, and so you get to see all different sides and aspects of how things go together. And sometimes, it's kind of hard to think about all of those things all at once, but if you take it step by step, it's not so hard.
Yeah, I think that if you take it one thing at a time, then you get through it. I mean, I think that's the coolest thing about this is that there are so many hats and so many different things that you can do, and you can either choose to specialize in one of them, or you can choose to be a generalist and work them all. And like Dave, he really loves producing the stuff, but he's not really into the editing of the stuff. That's kind of a little bit more frustrating to you, right?
Yeah.
And then Dave loves doing talent scouting, and I work a lot with Dave to make sure that we get the talent in here without annoying people, but at the same time really getting people to ask us to be on the show rather than us going out and begging for people to get on the show. So
Coming from, like you said, the air show, coming from that was our best show that I ever think we've ever done. And that's like a prestigious TV show that's ever been done in air.
yeah, we were
Yeah.
members of the media at that time, right?
Yeah. And so, but it was, we didn't get to meet with the crew of the Blue Angels, which we didn't get to do.
But we were in the press box.
But yeah, and it's a wonderful thing to come from that. And that now I've added Nathan Zellner to our crew, and he enjoys doing this.
Yeah, this is not
And
only
so,
it's not only that you've helped him be a better cameraman, but also you've kind of developed your friendship with Nathan too a little
Yeah.
bit more, which is pretty cool.
And so, I want to look forward to the next step on us taking it to a much bigger level.
You like the studio sessions with the bands,
Yes.
right?
Yeah. So I want to take it to a much bigger level than way down here to way up here.
I look forward to getting out and doing more of the Saturday classes at Antique Powerland and more of the shows, like maybe the truck show this year, and stuff like that.
Gonna go down to Silverton, right?
Yeah, next weekend we're gonna go to Silverton, and they got there's the high school car show, and then they have the pet parade, and that was a thing. There used to be a lot of them, like in the 30s and stuff, but then that kind of disappeared, and it's unique because it's one of the few that is still around, and there's no entry fee or anything like that. You just show up and go. So, yeah.
That'll be a cool one to document.
Yeah.
People probably might not even know about it unless they
Yeah. I was there last year, and I want to do more stuff. I want to figure out more stuff to do with my GoPro, because I was there last year and I had my dog, and they had a little mount for my dog, and so that was kind
You
of
got
fun.
footage of the pet
Yeah,
parade
it was a
from
little
the dog's
It
perspective.
was a little dachshund, so it was way down on the ground.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome.
What I want to put out there right now is that if there are any bands to see this, please contact Arthur Peterson or myself, Dave Strauch, at DSTRAUCH 535@gmail.com.
Yeah, I'd like to be able to, as far as if you have a message that you want to send out to the public, this is a great place to do it. And if you have a cause that you want to promote, I mean, you can't ask for a better opportunity to do that than to come down here. And for the cost of a couple of classes, maybe $80, you're set. You've got access to professional equipment, professional grade equipment, and professional staff that can help you.
And I'll say a few more things. I would say that communication is important when you're trying to plan and do a show. Like if you haven't done one for the first time, like if you're going out to a location for the first time, like a big event like the air show or the Antique Powerland.
Or that concert. Remember that concert that producer asked us to help at?
Yeah, communication is important. So
We had a producer invite us to volunteer at a concert. We showed up at the concert, and he's like, "Where's the cameras?" And
yeah,
we're like,
we thought
"You're
he
the
was going to
producer,
bring
you
them.
need to check them out." You know. So,
That happens. I've been there.
so definitely important to communicate. If you're going to be the producer, you're the one in charge.
And then I'll mention really quickly that if you want more information about Antique Powerland, you go to antiquepowerland.com, I do believe, and they're okay. Antique Powerland is a collection of museums and clubs that are all nonprofits, and we're all centered around preserving and educating people about the past, but not only preserving it and educating, but making sure that the stuff, we stress that we are a living museum, meaning that the displays, most of them actually work and operate, and we demonstrate the stuff for the public. And so yeah, if you want any information about Antique Powerland and any of the clubs, you go to their website, and they're also on Facebook, and most of them are, I think most of their clubs are on Facebook and stuff. So
And
yeah.
if you don't have access to CCTV, or if you miss our show and you don't know whether, if you want to know what Dave and I have put together, you can go out to YouTube and look up Dave's World or D-Strock 535, and if you see a picture of this guy, you know it's something that he produced. And so all of our shows that we produce are out there on YouTube too.